Oh, hey everybody. What's up? Hope you had a great weekend. What was I doing? Well, I was in my own comment section, like learning right now. Boom. What could be better than that? Welcome, Manic Monday, Colton Penn HQ with the big man, Jay Bird, hanging with Mr. Cooper as always on the ones and twos. Right, all the usual, all the regular DGens just couldn't wait to get back up here on Monday, right? There's just nothing like this. Stop it. There's just nothing like this at all. Let's hat tip the crew. We already did, right? D-Rock's in the house. Nick is in the house, of course. OPMG, Steve Dubb, right? All the people, all the plus EVs, the plus EV hounds out there. Nick J, all the regular people just looking to get it done, right? Doing the things that we do. Me and you, Call to the Pen, HQ, getting it done with the big man. Who am I? It's the girl named Sugar. At John Legaza. Pretty creative, huh? Formerly MLB moving averages. Get me on the Bird app, yo, the Blue Bird. Holla. Any time of day, any day of the week, as if I'm sleeping. Yeah, right. Man, hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I told you I did the girls' communion. It was really awesome. Whatever, we got a lot of stuff going on. Really, really busy. Really hard not to bet on Sundays. Man, is it hard. That's like my favorite discipline act as far as betting. I got to start putting that towards the pasta during the week, man. Not betting on Sunday. Try not to be that person that just starts throwing crazy tickets at the board and really staying focused. Let's get that comment. OPMG. Hey, John, trying to advance my capping. Well, I think you come to the right place. How do you identify which total base props you like? Is there something on the matrix or other sheets? Well, he's referring to the sheets that I do provide. Right now, they're free, but you could pay 24 cents a day if you'd like. Right on Twitter, I'll take you to sharpener, free bookmark, blah, blah, blah. Enough of my stuff. But again, it's because I lay out all the work, right? So I hope people do appreciate it. Advanced pitching sheets, implied team totals, team data and stuff. Now, the player props is really a bit more granular for me. And I think somebody even said, right, of course, Nick, like, if I ever need a young apprentice, maybe it'll be Nick, right? You're looking at the platoon splits. Hit a position in the lineup, of course. Although, I'll be honest, Nick, that's something that has gotten me into trouble. Prioritizing batting first over the numbers. I think we want the strong stuff, right? Give me the strong stuff first. But you're all over it, right? You only take flack when you're over the target, kiddo. So you're doing the right thing. Yeah, top 5 of the order for sure. I didn't get to that part, Nick. I know I've been in trouble prioritizing number 1 with worse numbers over a player in like 3rd or 4th, where that is probably a mistake. Not to get too granular, but yeah, we're talking about single at bats. We're going to be talking about exactly that kind of stuff. Please rate, review, and subscribe to the audio only pod as well. And in a couple minutes, I ask you to jam your cartoon finger right up inside me. There's plenty of room. Such a gas bag. But people tend to pick up when I'm putting down, hey, man, right? Because I'm real as it gets. Real as it gets. I have my money on all this stuff, first of all, though. I do like to be very honest. I'm not, I guess you wouldn't say I'm professionally betting right now, though. The amount I bet is probably a lot for regular people. It's not a professional amount that I was betting like, man. When I was, capping at FTN, I bankrolled my own personal account with $250K. I know that's not, spanky stuff, but it's a lot for regular Joe. I was trying to make it happen on my own. So I do have the experience keeping the lights on, keeping the kids fed, doing the thing that we do. But enough of that. More of this. Fastest show in MLB absolutely anywhere. Oh, my goodness. Take that to the bank with the one-man band. Right? What don't we do? And we're going to really get into it because I like these short slates. We get to show off the pitcher analysis and the reason why people keep coming back, even though, I can be a bit much at times. I'm ignoring the first part of the doubleheader today. We will start with the 4 p.m. games. So it's Charlie Morton, Uncle Chuck, and the Choppin' Braves. Remember, game 2, 4 p.m. for my commuters out there. Facing Ty Lord McGill and the Let's Go Mets go. Morton, a bit of up and down, although when I was diving into it, I kind of looked like what I saw. Again, hopefully some of the nuance and context that you're really not going to get everywhere else. Let's check it out. Let's check out the pitching board. 29 in the third, 2.76 ERA, which is lovely, but a 1.4 whip, 7.17 OPS. This is Charlie Morton. Not a single earned run indicator below 4, right? PFIP 396.04. Stuff plus on the fastball at 75, though. Remember, he's about the curve. 11% came on his walk. 10% single strike, 25 whiff. Not really what you'd expect. 53 for a strike, 29 O swing, 93 in zone contact for Charlie Morton. Really not what you'd expect. However, he really controlling. Quality of contact, keeping the ball down, winning around the lower edges. 49% ground ball rate, 5% blast, less than a home run per 9. But the 400 expected wOBA on contact, always at benchmark. He's getting hit hard. So I want to take a look first. Now, the velo is up a mile an hour on the curveball. He's throwing it a bit harder. Remember our triple slash for individual pitches. Usage, X slug, X slug and whiff rate, right? Deployment, contact quality, and then swing and miss, all the stuff that matters. 44% usage. This is a featured pitch. 289 X slug, 32 whiff, 3,000 RPM on that bad boy. And it was really front loaded. So again, nuance. Last 3 times out, he's looked great. When 6 gave up 2, when 6 gave up 1, when 7 gave up 1. But it's been a big split thing, I noticed. 275 wOBA allowed on the year to righties, which is very good. But 376 to lefties. And that's pretty brutal. Now, the only reason I don't have any player props, this might have been where you're going. You're kind of looking for Mets lefties v righties. Quality hitters, because you know you're going to see off speed. So you're thinking like Nimmo. I didn't put any out because in the second part of a doubleheader, me being kind of stood out, you don't know the lineups. The lineups are not going to be out for the second part until later. So you can follow me up again. I do run like a hitter model. Not everything rings loud enough to be a total base prop, but I do know there's like DFS people in the crowd. So I will put a list of player names that ring. So if you're playing early on, you're probably looking like Mets, you're probably looking Mets lefties. But other than that, I'm probably leaving this one. Let's look at McGill, too. 396 ERA, which is nice, but the 1.5 whip just through the roof. 572 OPS is crazy good, though. So it's like something's going on here. I always kind of like these puzzles. FIP, expected ERA, both north of 6. Deserved ERA at 2.3. So you're always kind of thinking like small sample here. Not enough Ks at 17. Too many walks at 11%. 24 CSW too low. But 67 first strike. So that's always a big key, right? He's getting ahead. Though 23 O swing, he's inducing like no chases whatsoever. When they do get the stick on it, it's gone. Too many home runs from McGill. But he's controlled contact otherwise. So generally what that means, these are bad misses. Usually. First 16 innings from McGill, 2.25 ERA, 119 whip. You go, whoa. Last 9 innings out, two games started. Went 5, gave up 3. Went 4, gave up 4. Problem here is the fastball. So 94 miles an hour. Get ready for the nuance. Going to earn the like. Here it comes. Get ready to smash the like button. Pretty please. The fastball down a mile an hour, but also adding an inch of vertical movement. And that's not what you want, right? So let's do that lesson quick because we have a couple minutes today. When we speak in terms of shape and fastball diagnostics, we want the vertical movement to be as low as possible in the four-seamer, right? The lower it is, that's what's a rising fastball. None of them actually rise. They just don't sink as much to the field. That in itself is not enough. You can't just have great shape because you need location. The idea is then you throw it high. But this is the idea of this new revolution of pitch shape is you're figuring out a shape and then you have to know where to throw it. So a pitcher can have a great fastball with great shape and throw it high, but you need to miss up. So just a little lesson on fastballs. Again, some nuance there. But the worsening of the fastball, less velos, pretty much always worse, has knocked the whiff rate down 8%. Now we're at 53 use, 581 X slug, 20% whiff. That's really not very good. Lefties have a 333 batting average against, but righties have 4 of the 5 home runs. So generally, he's been bad against lefties, but he's making the big mistakes against righties. Again, 390 wOBA to lefties, 299 to righties. So give you an idea, even though all the mistakes there. So I think we're going to actually get some score. I think we're going to get some scoring on the Atlanta side here. You got to be thinking, man, it's a little bit of everybody. It's a Riley home run. Again, I don't think none of the stuff's out yet. Only the game 1 is out. But again, you can check back. We just give everyone, again, an idea how we get there. I broke down the game. And had I known I was going to come to this awful conclusion of absolutely nothing, then I probably would have. But I wasted my time on it, so I wasted your time on it. No, all kidding aside, we're only looking at Riley would be a home run where Olsen might be a total bases. I think Atlanta gets it done in this one. Sometimes the lines are up on the back end games. But Jay, do you have money lines? You sometimes money lines are. Oh, you even have it's like a sprinkling of props. But don't worry. Again, we don't know the lineups. It's not worth going crazy with this. I'd rather wait for a definite posting. I know they're not out. See that Atlanta minus 15 money line. Is that it is? Is that right? Full game. We have to make sure they're right in 440. Yeah, I'll hit that one. I'll hit that at 11 for 0.10. I don't think enough of the Atlanta starters are going to be down. I think Atlanta's got this one. I'm really surprised to see that. Again, more than the season stats, the whip and all that stuff has maybe got people nervous. Too much contact, but no, I think McGill is slipping. Maybe he's been kind of figured out. We've also seen the bottom from McGill, and then of course Braves offenses awesome on the season. Also last 7, number 1 barrel rate, 785 team OPS. This is the Braves. The bullpen's been kind of whack, but it kind of goes up and down. I guess the last 31 they've been bad. But the K- walk is there. The end zone contact is good. The home runs are down. So, I mean, at the same right, those are the kind of things you could see saying, small sample, depending on the usage. No Rice Cell today, but he'll be back soon. But, yeah, it's been, I know Minter is struggling, but they've been okay. I like the Braves at minus 115. I'll take that one. Game 2, though, remember, everyone. All right, let's move it up. It's the Guardians going to the Bronx. Cal Quantrill and the Guards to face the New York Yankees. Bronx Bombers, Pin Stripers. I love the Highlanders. Play a prop up in the house. What's up, PPS? Yo, you're invited Friday, dude. Next available Friday at noon. Holler at your boy. It's on you. I'm open the invite right now. Any Friday, but this Friday in particular, if you want insight, what's going on NBA props? Oh yeah, everybody's up here. It's a family affair. Families here. Everybody, throw your hands in the air. All right, Cal Quantrill and the Guards going to the Bronx. Domingo, Herman, and Cal Quantrill. It's been a rough go. He's about to get replaced. So let's okay, if you're in Friday, you're in Friday, 10-2. I'll talk to you. And yeah, just eat your Wheaties, drink your cold brew. Tyler C, what's up, kid? Okay, Cal Quantrill, I think, like I said, he's about to get replaced. They've got Bybee on deck. He's going this week. And then Gavin Williams is waiting for them. I don't think you're going to see Quantrill for much longer. 5.4 ERA, 1.64 whip. That's a 781 OPS for Quantrill. XFIP, expected ERA. Sierra, all north of 5.4. 12.8% K is way too low. 6.8 walk is okay. But a 6% swing and strike, 15% whiff rate. So you got the 91 in-zone contact, right? So he's got to come in. Now, the contact, I guess, has been okay. But it's just so much of it, especially when it's slanted towards the righties. Check it out. So Quantrill's given up 3 earned runs or more, 4 of the last 5. The problem here is the sinker, 54 use, right? So if you're going to throw a pitch 54% of the time, and now this is the answer to OPMG from the beginning, right, people? This is where you don't want to be chasing pitch type without samples. You want to be looking at this from a strategic standpoint of the actual teams, but this is the stuff that we do know. When a pitcher throws something 54% of the time, the offense is going to be able to sit on it. You need either that pitch to be excellent or you need really good secondaries. Problem with Quantrill is really neither, right? So the sinker 54 use, 544 X slug, 14 whiffs. So it gets hit too hard, doesn't induce whiffs whatsoever. Righties have a 339 batting average against Quantrill on the year. So I know my jankies stink right now. Bring up some player props, man. My Paisan Anthony. How about Anthony Volpe? Let's see what it looks like. Sometimes these player props, again, are nuts to put the final bow on PMG's question, right, of how do we choose these things. It's with these crazy odds. Yes. We want the Yankees leadoff hitter at plus 140 against Cal Quantrill. Yes, that's something that we want. Again, is this going to hit? I don't know. Is this a pathway to profitable betting? The answer to that is yes. Right, being responsible and betting. I think these lines are broken. I don't know why it's plus 140. Again, I'm not going to get the home run, but I think that one's in play also. So it's just been a small set, but this is kind of what we're looking at with this, especially with the rookies when they kind of get locked in. So last 15 plate appearances against righties is Volpe, 77 contact, 50% hard hit, and a 360 BA. I think he's good for 2 bases today. Player props Savant. Any update on Judge? Yeah, it's a hip, and they're worried. They're telling us not to worry too much. And they're delaying the IL, but remember, you can retroact IL, so that doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't mean anything anymore. The only thing not putting a player immediately on the IL means is you think you have enough bats to get you through the next game or 2 while you figure it out. So it's very possible that there's a IL stint on deck. This Yankee, my God in heaven, the Yankees they look terrible without Aaron Judge. Last 7 days, Yankee offense, 299 OBP, 675 OPS, 298 WOBA. That's not going to do it, people. They have a 22016 batting average on the year. Oh my goodness, 304 expected WOBA against righties. Again, you can get all these stats. Follow along through Sharpener on Twitter, at John Legaza for free. Thank you, Rob Pizzola, hat tip, the pizza man, bringing you the large round. So yeah, Yankees absolutely stink, but that doesn't mean Volpe can't get 2 bases. And I think that's the center of these misprices. Right, that people kind of throw that, now they stink, and you listen, going to run line against the Yankees right now has been easy money. Another story, another day. Maybe not so much today. Remember, even the worst teams win 60 games a year. Domingo Germán, 108 whip, looking good, but the 5.54 ERA, it's been a real disaster because I think he got caught cheating, and I think it fell off after that. And I think that explains all the real up and down, right? So FIP, expected ERA at 5.5. However, XFIP, Sierra PFIP at 3.5 or below, PFIP at 2.7. 31% K rate is awesome. 22.4 K minus walk, 17 swing strike, 35 whiff. Off the chart, right? 60% swing foul first strike, 37 O swing, 77 in zone contact. So getting ahead, winning in, winning out of the zone. Domingo Germán is he's not that good. Right? He got caught cheating. You let him get away with it. And I think that reflected, right? Last 12 innings since getting in trouble, 10 earned runs, 5 homers, but the 14 Ks. He has this swing and miss stuff. Minimum 30% whiff rate against lefties. But I couldn't believe it. I had to double check this one. He still throws a ton of fastballs. Lefties have a 1,400 X slug and 3 homers against that 4-seamer. That is not going to play in New York. Bring up those J-Ram props. This one, too, I could not believe it. Again, I didn't post this morning. I have a lot of family stuff going on. I'm going to post today. So I haven't had a chance to actually move markets yet. Bring up the Jose Ramirez props. I'm just bugging out when I saw this. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shake that cursor, J-Bird. Shake that cursor, baby. Plus 140. Again, we're using this wonderful app that you see. BetStamp.app/call to the pen. Poet didn't even know it. Yeah, really. I'll bring up that thing so I don't scratch my nose. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. All right. Oh, that was fantastic. Thank you. That was everything I hoped it would be, Jay. I love you, dude. All right. So, again, to answer all these questions, how do we pick these things, right? With prices. How do we pick it? With strong splits. Let's look at Jose Ramirez. His last 40 plate appearance against righties. 57% hard hit, 14% barrel. Then remember our triple slash, another piece of the puzzle. The way that we come to the conclusion that we want to play the player prop, which is at better than even money, is because we think we at least have a 50-50 shot at this. Again, we're going to let the odds play out in our favor, hopefully. 419 batting average, so he's aggressive. 1210 OPS, 290 ISO. Remember, ISO, isolated slugging, is a percent of extra base hits rate of extra base hits. So 29% extra base hits. You're just getting a 1 out of 3. That's a 505 X WOBA, mind you. Just ridiculous. Think about it. It's ridiculous. You should not be getting those two numbers. Should not be working in accordance, right? Again, hopefully a little bit of the value you get here. 5 doubles and 2 Shyamalan and ding-dongs for J-Ram. So they're probably going to smoke you to try and play them both. I like to play singles. I know everybody likes to parlay. You got to play J-Ram over Volpe because he's better and the number is better. Why would J-Ram be 140 and Volpe, what would he get? Volpe 110? Was Volpe 142? Oh, yeah, I think it was. I think he was another fatty. I had to always pay. I was paying you. We'll get there. Sorry. Yeah. So tons of plus props. One more note for people that like to play on their own. Again, I really appreciate everyone kind of following my work. And I was telling Jay beforehand how much I love the feedback that's, John, I follow your stuff, but I don't follow your picks. And I hope that's not apologize, but I hope that's okay. Dude, you should not follow anybody. Use the work. That's why I give you the data, man. The algo is smarter than I am. And in fact, people that's the best thing. If you're noticing, I've been on a little chiller the past week, but I always have green screens because I'm putting the data is out. I just don't always, man, it's a lot of work, right? To follow everything and to really put the nuance, it takes a village. That's kind of what we're doing here. I like to put it out, it hits the crew. And that's how people kind of make money, on the data itself. To the lesson I meant was, that I was supposed to before I went on my own rant, is If you can find two strong bets that you like in a single game at plus odds, and these are very strong plus odds, right? This is not plus 105, it's plus 140. You take whatever you're going to bet on it, you split it in half, and if you hit one, you made 40%. You're doing awesome. I used to do that in football, or for like standalone games, trying to come up with balanced tickets where you need 50% hit ratio for. Now, too many in one game, a game script could sink you. But in a baseball game, it is what it is. You're going to get your 3, 4, 5 opportunities. You try and play strong. Again, if you were going to pick one, you'd want to pick Cleveland because he's on the road, that last piece, right, of the puzzle. Again, dude, if that didn't earn a like nothing's going to. Just stop listening. Right? Guaranteeing that ninth frame is what I was getting at. So, all right, let's move it on. I can't think about the Yankees and how terrible they are anymore. I mean, I guess the bullpen's been good. Bullpen's been okay. It's bad. Yankee Town. Yeah. We down bad in Yankee Town. We are down bad in Yankee Town. When, Frenchie Cordero and Aaron Hicks and Willie Calhoun are all playing at the same time, when you're hoping Jake Bauers is going to save the day and he gets hurt getting off the bus. Oh, no. Hurt, don't it? Hurts, don't it? All right, next up. It's the Cubbies. Man, this stinks. I hate this. It's like choosing between your favorite kids. The Cubbies and Drew Guy Smiley going to the nation's capital to face the Nats and Mackenzie Gore. I love both of these guys because they're on teams that people don't really like. They're both kind of mad that no one really likes them. And these are the kind of guys I like. So I'm kind of stuck here. Let's do Smiley. He's been awesome, right? People don't even realize it. Check out Smiley. 28 innings, 3.21 ERA. It's a .93 whip, 5.99 OPS. Expected ERA at 2.37. What? 19% K minus walk on the back of a 33.5 whiff rate, 65 first strike, 82 in zone contact, right? So put those together, right? That's why I know I throw numbers, but think about the piecing. Let's sing to you. Right? He's getting swings and misses, balance with the walks, getting ahead and winning in the zone. Like, dude, this is what you're looking for. A lot of fly balls at numbers of 47, but 17 infield fly of the 47. Remember, these things all equal 100. When you do GB plus FB plus LD, ground ball, fly ball, line drive, they equal 100. You got to calculate for infield fly. It works up in the zone, up and down, up and down, up and down. 26 hard hit, 1% barrel, half a home run per 9, and 283 X-Wobble for Smiley's been awesome. First game, he got blown up, and I think maybe that's part of it too, right? Went 4 2/3, gave up 6. He got like smoked. Last 4 games, 1.56 ERA, .67 whip. And Seattle, San Diego, the Dodgers twice. Come on, yo. If that don't do it for you, I don't know what's going to. Funny, the velo is down a mile an hour, but he dumped the cutter. Now he's purely going sinker curve. 47 use each. Like, that's it. It's a half-half. And it's working. It's working. So he's a tough customer. He's going to be tough to get to. Oh, the prop. Oh, man. I think I saw it in the corner of my eye. He's got Seiya. Oh, man. Flag playing here from Seiya. Seiya Suzuki, 1.5 total base. Oh, man. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Oh, I really like Mackenzie Gore, man. But I like Mackenzie Gore. All right, let's look at McGore. 27 innings, 3 ERA, 1.3 whip, but 788 OPS, right? Again, mixed bags with earn run estimators. This is why I provide them all, the ones that I use. So you could do it yourself, right? FIP, XFIP, expected ERA, Sierra, all at 4.1 or below. The first 3 at 3.5 or below. Deserved ERA and PFIP. These are my new favorite ones. These are my ones I've been using more. 5.5 PFIP, 5.06 deserved. So like you got always think about that. This is why I like to use these different ones. If you only use one, you could miss that piece of context. And if you use them all, and that's why if you notice on mine, the LBMA column is just the average. So just to give an idea of if they all had an equal say, where we put them. Now, granted, I understand some smart people out there that know there's probably some double counting going on in there. I don't care. That's kind of the point. It's just an aggregate. Give you an idea. I have my own weighted formula that you got to pay for. Going to cost you 24 cents a day, yo. So Smiley's been really, really good. I'm not getting away from it. Gore, mixed indicators, the swing and strike starting to rise, 31.5% K for Gore. The walk rate way too high. The whiff rate way too low. So what does that tell us, right? You're getting tons of strikeouts, but a 13.5 swing strike is not really a 31.5 K. I mean, some of you could do times 2. That's a shorthand. You're right. times you're beyond that. More than that, 2.5 or whatever. Back on the napkin. 21 whiff rate's too low. So you're getting tons of cold strikes. But the problem with me is the first strike rate is too low at 46. So just an idea of why we use all these numbers, and sometimes we use some and not others, and how we use them to kind of draw up that tapestry. So that's the problem with Gore, is he falling behind. And then relying on buckling guys with off-speed stuff. He does one in the zone. 80% in-zone contact is great. 51% ground ball is great. 3% barrel is great. Less than a home run. But lefties, I have lefties tearing them up. I wonder if I had dropped something. We do have a second. I can actually bring this one up while I'm ranting. So we're going to look for Gore. Oh, man, maybe I shouldn't do this live. All right, so I actually have it lefties. So if I was thinking my Cubs lefties are always Bellinger and Happ, I have Gore very tough on righties. I got a 431 OPS. That's low enough that now I have to check, because if I mishandle the data and give you that, that's a bad look. No, that's correct. He's been really, really tough on right. I wouldn't go that route. If I wanted to get at Gore, I would go with the lefties. All right. So my dad is good. I never assumed that you make a mistake. I assume it's me. Lefties have a crazy high OPS. The thing is, it's only been 24 batters. So lefties have an 1,100 OPS against him. It's only been, so you got to be careful. It's only a couple batted ball events, but he has given up a couple home runs. So that might be, the pathway there for the Cubbies to get it. But I'm not going up against my boy. Cubbies are much better against lefties than against righties, but still 320 expected WOBA against righties on the season. I'm not really trying to challenge him either. Last 7, the Cubs have been downright good. 348 OBP, 804 OPS, 351 team WOBA. They're looking good, not chasing at all. Right, that's something we kind of look for. Right, so I think I'm going with Jay. That was pretty strong, man. Suzuki's hitting it. I tried to bite into the fire thing, so this is not to call anybody out, but these are important lessons. When we talk about looking for player props, this has been a really good one today. Dropping dimes. We want players that are hitting right now. So it's not to say the hot doesn't matter, right? We want a player hitting now, but I tend to think of it more in terms of timing and health. But for me, it's always a situation is what matters more. And in particular, something like that. So I don't know, Gore, maybe I'm apologizing for it. Let's check it out. Quality starts 3 of the last 4. And if you want to bet on a guy like Gore, you're getting the green light for the K props. We're going to start thinking about those because he's gone over 100 pitches each of the last 2. Now, Chicago is not striking out, so I'm not going there. But just to give an idea, NBA props 20, you the GOAT, man. No me without you guys. Appreciate you all. Seriously. Your time matters to me. And I hope I come across I'm working hard enough. It screams out. So, like I said, as the season goes on, you'll see me risking more. People, why am I so conservative? It's only freaking May 1st, yo. I don't want to get killed. We got a long way to go, and that's the green light for K props is the big pitch counts. But again, if a guy's getting 100 pitches and he's sharp, he can go all the way. The fastball in at 94 miles an hour, 13 inches vertical move is really good. Only 4 inches of arm side run, not great. But it has allowed him to sustain and give you an idea of how much shape matters because he throws it up in his zone, right? 61 use, 283 X-Lug, 30% whiff. Gore, 30% whiff on the fastball is really, really good because he pairs with the curve. Remember, people. And this is something we're going to make sure we hammer when Savant is up in here, is here next week or this week, end of this week. He's got some real pitching knowledge. We'll talk about that. And again, I have to breeze past it. We don't have enough time. It shows only 50 minutes or whatever. Changing eye levels up and down, changing speeds, changing directions. Right, so some pitchers are able to do it more than others. A lot of times you see analytical teams that get that and they maximize it. So Gore matching that good fastball with the curveball, 20 use, 190 X-Lug, 46 whiff. This is one of the better curveballs in the game. Paired with the slider, 33 whiff, though it does have a 500 X-Lug. Versus lefties, most of the damage. It's only been 24 batters. I mentioned that before. I think it was only 2 batted ball events. Again, nuance and context. Press the effing like button, please. Thank you. So, remember, as much as I love these contact statistics, early in the season, you've got to make sure that you be careful, right? You don't want to be like, oh, the 2 home runs on the slider is not enough to go after. I like to look for bad fastballs because you can then generally look for fastball hitters. We have bigger samples of 4-seamers. Just again, give you an idea how we get there. If that's today's, lesson. Let me check the algo. Do me a favor, Jay. Hold on. Let's check the bullpens first. Bullpens have not been good. So I'm thinking about, how about F5 under? We had 4.5 near standard Vic. Come on. Oh, 2 105s. Come on, we'll take the second one. Oh, no, it's on the 4. No. That means I was too quick on this. Man, me and my stupid algo, I might have pushed, but no, I'm not paying 120 for unders. Can't do it. Oh, man, see, again, it's just there are never enough tabs open. This one I am going to be able to do in real time because you better have your weather tab handy, right? Because, Washington, though it's not Chicago, Washington plays up and wind is blowing out 12 miles an hour. No on the under. Ooh, Larry L with the Gore over 17 and a half outs. So we need him to complete 6. Man, he went 6 each of the last 2, 3 of the last 4. Oh, man. I don't know. That's not bad. What is... the other thing, people, I hate to be like this, but it is a big help. Whenever we asking for bets, we always want prices, right? Pricing matters. If that's like juiced, I'd say no. Is that positive money, or is that like near 110? 110, you got me thinking about it. All right, let's move on. Somehow I took a short slate, and we're not going to have enough time. All right, it's the Bluebirds and Jose Berrios going to Boston to face the Red Laundry and Corey Kluber. I mean, this one should just be a smoke fest. Bring up the full game run line. That's what I'm thinking automatically. You can bring up the F5 run line first, but like F5 run lines are gross. Me and Jay Bird were talking about this earlier on. I mean, you got to pay juice. I guess minus 105 is not bad. I'll take that. We can take that. The second minus 105, F5 run line cover for the Blue Jays. Yeah, we could mess with that. Yeah, that will do. Remember, people, we're using BetStamp to gauge the market. We're only using the second best price, so I don't come off as a fugazi fraud, grabbing prices that you can't find. If it's up on BetStamp twice, I will hit it. Okay, I mean, I think that's fair enough. And usually you're going to be within a 10-cent swing. But I think I've earned that for people. Like I said, me and Jay, we don't just grab, oh, look, this one's 20 cents better, and we grab it and then post it from last night and then say, oh, well, sorry, it moved. Right? We're here trying to do the Lord's work. We're trying to do yeoman's work and be fair. And even at the same time, it helps you understand how sharp these markets are and how difficult it is. So Larry L, and hang on, Ariel. I got Little Mermaid on the brain. Yeah, minus 105, you can get with that. That's a little unique. That's exotic. See, those are the kind of bets where I know I need help. Like I'll never ever get to outs. I don't get there. There's not enough time. And I feel like I'm pretty good at automating. Anyway, Jose Berrios. We were on that last time around, and everybody's panic. Is it real? I'm digging it. Check it out. The 4.71 ERA is okay, but remember, 3 points make a line, people. 108 whip, 608 OPS, strong. FIP, 237, deserved ERA, 295. Remember, whenever, again, you're learning here how to digest this stuff. That's why I put it out. And this is just experience talking. I've handicapped every single freaking Major League Baseball game for the past, 5 years for the public. Like 25,000 games, When a starting pitcher has earn run estimators, indicators, whatever you call them, under 3, it has to raise an eyebrow. Even if it's not perfect, doesn't mean automatically better. Has to raise an eyebrow. 26K to 4% walk. We love it. 32 CSW, 31 whiff. Love all that. The first strike a little low. But he's a veteran. So is that all that's missing? 49 ground ball. Third of home run per 9. 319 expected WOBA. I mean, he's been really, really strong. Let's go to the granular notes. First 9.2 innings pitched, gave up 12 earned. Last 19 innings, only 3. Fastball last year, 11 home runs. This year, fastball, 0. That's where most shows leave it. Not here. Get ready. If you didn't press the like button, stick your cartoon finger up inside me. Because it matters more than it should. It's the sheep, right? So vertical move down one. And that's what we're looking for, right? A lot of times losing sounds bad. This is reverse. We want to lose, drop. You're not really gaining rise. I hate when people talk about rise. But the real key, again, the like button, was the change up, total revamp. And this is stuff if you're not digging like all the way through the strawberry bush, you're never going to find this stuff. But I get I know something's up, and that wasn't enough. There's just a fastball use, not enough. A slight change is not enough. I'm not going to pat myself in the back like that. But the change up into a full-on, it's a full change. They pulling 2 miles an hour off it. So remember, we talked about disparity and changes. Took 100 RPMs off it. It's like a knuckler at this point. And 3 inches of drop. That's what you want. Drop on the curve, on the change, right? Fastball to stay up. Now think about that, and I think that's the real key. But the last note on the change of all those changes. Last year, whiff rate 24. This year, whiff rate 47. Why is it working? Okay, it's the combination, okay? Flatten the fastball to keep it up, steepening the changeup to help it down. Everything they've done, changing speeds, fastball velo up, changeup velo down. Fastball shape flattened, curveball shape steepened, right? So this stuff is not an accident. Again, you don't get this anywhere else, right? This is the difference. These are what teams are doing, right? This is how teams go about trying to maximize, right, efficacy on these starting pitchers. So I'm buying the Berrios hype. Like I'd be buying him in fantasy. I'm into all that stuff. Toronto Blue Jay offense, we know they're very good, right? Top 5 on the season in average OBP, K swing and strike, in zone contact, double play, barrel rate. Obviously, one of the better teams. Again, I usually gauge this as a weird way to use expected stats. Remember, they're not predictive. They just tell you what happened. Tyler, you're funny, dude. Is teams that are not too disparate when it comes to lefty and righty stuff. Yeah, we love our lefty mashers. Yes, that's how we get to some player props. Yes, it's how we sort of find some, edge in over-unders. But when we're talking quality of team, we want teams that can hit either side. Because you only get the starter half the game, So Toronto, 338 expected WOBA versus lefties, like top, 5. 330 expected WOBA versus righties, like top 8. But it's really close to the top of the pack. Again, conditional format, it can be a little tricky. Last 7, they're still doing great. Number 1 in barrel rate. Number 3 in K rate. Toronto doing what you need. So that F5 line, I think, is safe. We're going to cover that up. Why? Because the Klubot's been bad. Man, I ain't buying it. Corey Klubo, 6.75 ERA, 1.33 whip, 8.42 OPS. Yuck. Expected. Sierra, deserved. All above 5. XFIP above 5. FIP near 7. Stuff plus on the fastball, which I added to the sheet at 92. Not any good. The walk rate's under control, but that's about it. He gets ahead of hitters. Fine. I'll give him that too. Induced a couple chases. But all this is on a 246 BABIP. Think about it. 6.75 ERA and a 246 BABIP. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. And I think it's going to be him. So 53 fly ball, 10% barrel. What do you get? You in the back there, the handsome fella. 2.5 home runs per 9. Oh, yikes. Kluber, 4 2/3 gives up 4. Went 5, gave up 7. Went 6, gave up 1. What's the opposite of buy the dip, people? Selling the rip. Well, we already bought the dip on Berrios. We done bought the dip. Now we're riding it up. We're tailing profits here. Kluber selling the rip. I think he's done. Lefty righties have a minimum 500 slug, minimum 2.5 home runs per 9, and each 3 home runs each, I should say, year to date. It's a cutter and it's a sinker at the root of the problems, right? The fastball ban is generally where you find your issues. Sliders are hard to hit. And MLB pitchers have good sliders, so they're hard to hit. So you got to find the guys with bad fastballs. This is the bottom line here. You know what I'm saying? It's a cutter and the sinker. Put them together. What do you got? Bibbidi bobbidi boop. 52 use, minimum 624 X slug. So, give me the Toronto offense. Just about anybody. I think I couldn't really find pricing that I liked. That had to be it. Because, that or I just got sidetracked or I started running out of time. Because you'd think it's quite literally just about anybody. Anybody you could get on Toronto. Vlad is always so good. I think today he was at negative money. He's like an auto smash. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing that some of these guys ever come in at positive money, Chapman included. Sorry, I'm struggling to find his Super Blue Jays. Oh, here we go. Gosh, these books are always messing with me. I get so many location problems and wheels and stuff you would never even imagine. It doesn't make any sense. Right, Bo Bichette, minus 125. Springer, minus 115. Vlad Guerrero, minus 145. Well, I think, you know what I think you do? I think you parlay these. Can we do that, Jay? Can we parlay this? Can we, do that? Let's parlay all that. Let's stick it right in the book's face. Right in your face. Right in your face. How about Bichette and Vlad? What's the two of them? Put them together. What do you got? Put them together and what do you got? Because, right, it's America, man. and Canada. There's a North American Can-Am connection going on. God, I need you to point to the totals. I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Oh, there it is, plus 213. All right, how about that? We can do something like that. We'll put a 5 spot. You want to do 5? On a 2, or should we do 2? We should probably do 2 to be responsible. That's not enough. We got to go 5. Remember, people, there is such a thing as too conservative. So we're gonna double up Vlad and Bichette because I'm not buying this Kluber thing at all. Like I have that sneaking suspicion that Toronto drops like the 12th spot today. I think they're the top scorer. My algo. And I think that'll do it. So we got F5, Toronto, mixed in with Bichette and Guerrero. Yeah, that nice and reserved. Again, people, right? More total bets doesn't mean more total risk. Here at Call to the Pen HQ, which hopefully you reviewed too already, we're trying to take our risk and work backwards. That's part of the problem is I'm doing this in real time, and I don't know what the final is. So in reality, there are probably times where I would look back at a ticket and either increase or decrease depending. But I always stay inside a range. Again, I'm a very disciplined trader. I've been doing this a very long time. So I have that kind of I already have that feeling. Like I don't get to 2.5%. I don't really do that. I don't get to 3%. All right, so let's move it up. Blue Jays should just mop the floor with Boston today. The offense is pretty good, but I just think Berrios serves them up. And I like the Toronto bullpen. The ERAs are decently high last 14, but one flat whip, 36% K, 4% walk last 33 innings. We could deal with that all day. Boston, the bullpen is okay, but Kenley is definitely not going to play. There's no way Kenley is playing today. So the only decent piece that Boston has is gone. Yeah, that's why. Like I said, I like all the run lines. I like Toronto, everything. Let's move it up. 3 left. How we doing? Okay, perfect, man. This is beautiful, man. What a good show. All right. Ross Stripling and the Gigantes, those San Francisco Treats, head to Houston to face Luis Garcia, the hardest man to find on Fangraphs. It's 6.89 ERA, 1.6 whip for Stripling, 9.67 OPS. And it's like weird. He's doing this like one time through the order, 3-inning opener thing. I don't know, man. He's got good stuff. But that's brutal. FIP, 7.7. Expected ERA, 8.2. What? The K rate is too low. The walk rate is decent. The CSW at 30, he gets ahead. But he's just getting pummeled, right? So there's something to that. Just missing everything everywhere. Everything is a miss. Everything he does a miss. Everything. 44 hard hit, 15 barrel, 11.5 blast. I don't even know if I've seen an 11.5 blast. Remember, blast is like barrel shrunk down to the ideal subset. It's not supposed to be high. 420 expected WOBA, 500 expected on contact. If you follow the show, that's bananas. Like, he's just getting freaking brutal. Like, that's brutal, man. That's going to get you on a midnight train to Tuscaloosa. So, Stripling, 68 pitch max, last 4 games gotten rocked, Arsenal has a minimum 550 xlog, so every individual pitch has a minimum 550 xlog. Lefties and righties have a minimum 400 WOBA against. It's ridiculous, right? Righties year-to-date, 698 slug and 6 home runs. Give me Jeremy Pena. Bring this one up. These props are so ridiculous, man. Sometimes I go miss, and I sound so stupid, but I'm telling you, this is how you do it. Because when we run hot and this stuff, the plus odds pay for everything. Again, I'm telling you, we're gonna do awesome. Jeremy Pena, just plus 110. All right, let's hit that with a dime piece. Little disappointing. I think I didn't even move that. Other smarter people are here. How about Alex Bregman was the other one? I didn't take Bregman because Bregman's price was worse. That's funny. Pena moved, and Bregman didn't. I got the breakdown for Pena. Let's go with the one I got. Last 25 plate appearance for Pena. He came back. He's slamming. He's smoking out right now. 50 hard hit, 13 barrel. Remember, our triple slash. 333 BA, 985 OPS, a 222 ISO. He's leading off with the 385 expected WOBA in that frame. 2 doubles and 2 home runs. 1 double, I'm sorry. 1 double and 2 home runs. I had 2 doubles times 1. So 1 double and 2 home runs. I won't do that again. Houston offense been a bit disappointing, but like Jordan Alvarez back, right? So again, I hear him. You don't want to be quoting Astros offense without Jordan Alvarez. You don't want to be quoting Yankees offense with Aaron Judge, even though I did. They still suck. So bad. My God, $800 jillion team. They don't even have 5 hitters. It's so bad. I just can't believe it. I'm sorry. See, we got Yankeed. So they're back. We juiced. It was probably juiced up, right? I had to like Houston to kind of win this thing. God, my real time stuff is like struggling. These books are rocking me because I normally leave. I try to leave tabs open. They're like not. They're just not hearing it. They're just not. It's not a thing you're allowed to do anymore. Yeah, 176. I can't get to it. I mean, you want. Let's see if we can get to. Let's see if we can get to the cover. Bring up the full game run line cover. It's crazy. It's crazy what I just saw. See if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Do you see what I see? All right, let's do Luis Garcia. 27 innings, 4 ERA, 1.26 whip, 744 OPS. Earn run indicators all beginning to shift below 4. Remember, he started off weak. 27K to 8.8 walk, which is decent. 15 swing strike, we love. 32 whiff, we love. 39 O swing, we love. Bit too many fly balls, but again, you got to look at the fly ball rate. 22% fly ball rate is insane. He was struggling with that. I mean, which I'm not a fan of, but it's not doing anymore. He was doing that Rockabye baby thing. So first 14 innings, trying to adjust, 12 earned runs, last 2 games versus Tampa and Toronto, good as it gets. Went 6, gave up 0. Went 7, gave up 0. That's pretty good. 16 strikeouts. He's now pulling back on the fastball, throwing the cutter more. Why? I mean, that cutter, even though it's 86 miles an hour, 43 use, 325 excellent, 43% whiff rate. So he's really humming with that cutter. He's really feeling that pitch. So there's got to be some other like mirroring and tunneling stuff going on. So give us Pena. Let's run the offense really quick. San Fran, we've kind of been talking about this, right? You see it through the year. The big time K rate, the big time swing strike, the low zone contact, but the super high pull rate, the super high barrel rates. Thing is, they're the split team that I was worrying about. We know the Giants are known to split, right? It's kind of like what they do. So they're a really, really tough split team. Lefties, they might be dead last. 266 expected WOBA versus lefties of the year. That is atrocious. 344 against righties. That's got to be top 3. Last 7 looking good. Double-digit barrel. 773 team OPS. So that's probably my worry is if for Garcia to kind of get touched. But I think I have some Garcia notes. Oh, no, we already did that. So let's jump into the bullpen. And, yeah, let's do it, Jay. Lock it in, man. Give me that full game run line, brother. Again, I'm going to let the bullpen. We'll let the bullpen be your guide. So San Francisco last 52 innings, 6.25 ERA, 1.6 whip, 33 chase, 86 zone contact. So just too much going on. 47% hard hit, almost 2 home runs per 9. They've been awful. Houston flip side, damn fantastic. 1.6 ERA, 0.86 whip, 31K, 78 in zone contact is ridiculous. 2% barrel, half a home run per 9, 0 losses last 39 innings. What did we lock that in, AJ? Sorry. Definite plus money, right? Oh, plus 110. Oh, my gosh. Well, you didn't hear from me. Don't go offshore where it's not plus 140 right now, where I'm not about to bet that. But we can take the plus 110. It's plus money. I love plus money. It's okay. We don't bet a lot. And I think they're just going to smoke. I think they're going to smoke him. I think he's trash. And if anything, bullpens have been so bad. That's where I'm putting my faith right now. Good offenses, good players against bad bullpens that just shite to bed. All right, let's go. Next up, what do we got? 1 or 2? Oh, we got 2. We got a hustle, bruh. Cincinnati, Luke Dreamweaver. Going to meet the Padres in a perfect weather, San Diego. Wakey, it's Eggs and Blakey Snell. Let's do Weaver first. What an up and down. There's been 7.7 ERA, 1.37 whip. OPS at 985. What? Deserved ERA up near 7. Sierra down near 3. What? 31.5 K will explain it. 15% swing strike, 40% whiff rate. Whoa. But 20% O swing. So no, not fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. 50%, 53 fly ball, 23 barrel, almost 4 home runs per 9. You've never seen anything like this. So basically, Weaver throws a pitch and you either swing and miss or you hit a home run. It's one. You get to pick one or the other. He went 6, gave up 4. Went 5 2/3, gave up 6, but 16 strikeouts. The fastball coming in at 93 is down a mile an hour. I think this is at the root of the problem here. 45 use. Remember, we mentioned that. If you're going to be near 50% use, hitters are going to be looking for it. 500 slug, 37 whiff. So he does maintain the whiff rate, but he's getting hit hard. Pair it with the changeup at the 59% whiff. Whoa. Thing is, lefties and righties both have a 600 slug. Batting average to lefties, though, is 200. Batting average to righties is 320. So what's it tell you? The misses to the lefties are going out. But we would want to be looking for the righties. Bring up Xander Bogaerts, please. This one was just priced out. I think the books really feel like they're reacting very heavily to like last 7. Xander Bogaerts is at plus 145. Xander versus righties on the year. 78 plate appearances, 78% contact rate. Very good. 11% barrel. Remember, contact, we want to put the ball in play. Walks don't count. 11% barrel, 350 BA, 1042 OPS, 266 ISO, 2 doubles, and 5 home runs. That is pretty good. He's on. I mean, I think, like I said, I think the best that I could gather is the books are really focusing on the kind of last 7, right? So last 7, Xander Bogaerts, 15 plate appearances, 154 batting average, 385 slug, right? So not any good. However, 231 ISO, which again, a 231 ISO, it doesn't matter. We need to 1 double to do it. So give me Xander Bogaerts for sure to get to Weaver. Yeah, Bogaerts to get to Weaver. He didn't really get something. I just think you can't survive with this. Righties, and it's just insane. 1,000 OPS to righties, 920 to lefties is insane. Other side, Blake Snell, wakey, 5.5, ERA, 1.87 whip. Guy's just always breaking our hearts, man. 16.5 walk rate. He's not even striking guys out, 24K. 46 for a strike, not any good. I mean, it's been really bad. It's been bad for Snell. And I know what everyone's thinking. You just wait till the halfway point and trade for him. Well, it looks like we might get that again. The fastball down a mile an hour, and these things fell off the rails there, right? So the 11-inch of vertical move, very good. Like, that's excellent. And that's part of why he's so very good. But only 5 inches of arm side run. He needs the velo. That pitch has a 725 X log on it. 890 to righties. Give me John India, brother. I'm going to get myself in trouble with this one. I just never stop betting the Reds. Bring up India. Oh, wow. Plus 210. We're going to go with a plus 210. Okay. Again, I don't really get the pricing here. It just, I don't know. Like I said, just my math is way off. I don't want to say like, oh, I'm no better than the books. I know overall in my career, I've done pretty well at player props. And so far in the season, like, we've done okay. We've done okay. We're up, whatever. Whatever. Same thing. Nothing to cry about, nothing to brag about. But just not really seeing the numbers, right? So here, let's check it out. India, I mean, it's not bad, right? Everything kind of average. 750 OPS, 150 ISO. This versus lefties on the year. And I guess that's it. But you got to remember that fastball, he's going to be waiting for it. It's a bad pitch. It's objectively bad. They're going to be looking for it. They're going to be waiting for it. India, this is how he buttered his bread. John India versus left-handed fastballs. 94 contact, 70 hard hit, 20 barrel, 570 expected WOBA. Look for an India home run today. Look for an India pop. That Snell's been bad. Like, if he's going to make the mistake and groove the fastball, India is the guy we want him to do too, regardless of like L7, regardless of that stuff. Doesn't matter. He's a fastball hitter. Like this, though to me, those are the samples that matter. Like, that's what he does. So give me a couple player props. Other than that, I'm really having trouble with it. I know that donkeys are going to be betting on San Diego. I don't like that. To me, that's bad chalk. We can't bet on the Reds to win. My algo loves the Reds to score 2 against Snell through 5, and I can't bring myself to bet on it because we keep losing, right? So I'm going to wait for that. Either my bad teams to heat up or the books to kind of slow down on the juice or whatever, and, we'll go from there. But let's move on to the last one and wrap this one up strong as always. I'm going to have to apologize. I don't have much on this one. I ran out of time. I'm telling you, I got some personal stuff here that would have most people calling out sick of work. It's the Phillies and Taijuan Walker, the Broad Street Bullies, going to L.A., Hollywood, always up to no good, and Tony Gonzo. Let's look at Walker. 5 ERA, 1.4 whip, 740 OPS. I remember when he was good. All the earn run indicators are 4.5 or worse, but the PFIP really low. So I have my eye up. That's because he's keeping it down. I think the ground ball rate at 59, which we love. But a lot of hard hit balls, 8.5 barrel, 5.5 blast is a lot. It means you make a lot of mistakes. Remember, the reason I use blast next to barrel is to add that context of the mistake. And think of it this way. Barrels, we forgive. Blast is the unforgivable sin. You catch the blast. It's very hard to blast the mistake. You could barrel a mistake. It's very hard to blast the mistake. What do we got on Walker as far as notes? Nothing. He's bad versus righties. How about the Will Smith player prop? Can I get some of that? I ran out of time and I just left myself breadcrumbs. Sorry, Jay. I like ask you to bring something up and I immediately click off and I don't look. I should wait. Oh, we love it though. Plus 120. We batted. For sure. So let's go LAD. My boy, Will Smith, back off the concussion IL, which again, I usually think of as being fine. 43 plate appearances on the year, 286 batting average, 600 slug, 314 ISO. Yes, please. So add Will Smith to the ticket to get a Taijuan Walker, who has really, really struggled. Offense in general struggled, though. Philly, I'm expecting to get Bryce Harper back this week. We'll see if that rises all tides. They're not walking. They're chasing too much. This is Philadelphia. So I think I like LA to win, but it's a little too difficult to put your faith in Gonsolin and why he only went 3 1/3 and threw 65 pitches last time. So I do think, yeah, Nick, I probably hear you, man. It's every day with Marsh. He rings every single day. And you know what? The lineup thing is what keeps him out sometimes. He rings every day. His name has been on my model like all the time. So if you want to try and get a Gonzo, I guess you could. I always tend to think he's going to be really good, right? I worry about injuries, but I normally think the performance is going to be good. He walked a bunch of guys, but it's really hard to react to that. You know what I mean? It's only 3 innings. So I tend to think back to the pitcher we saw last year who kind of outperformed everything. It was like no one was buying that in the first place. So at the very least, it feels fair to me that Gonsolin is like at least a league average pitcher, if not a little bit better. Like if I had to score him by like ERA, if ERA equated to a score that was skill, he's probably like a 4 ERA guy. You know what I mean? With upside for more, and he's not the 2.7 ERA guy people thought was going to contend for Cy Young this year. Dodgers offense. Let's wrap it up, baby. Rough on the year, 224 batting average on the season, just not what you'd expect. They're very good against righties, though. Best righty hitting team. And that'll do you, right, as a majority. 356 team expected WOBA versus righties on the season. Double-digit walk, double-digit barrel, and that is about all you need to know. Bloop and a blast, and we'll get it done. So, again, I think the Dodgers do, get it done. And I think they win. Here, let me see. Again, I have this crazy price. I can't quote it now. Jay, you and I are normally more in line. My offshore book is the pricing today is nuts. What's the run line for the Dodgers look like? It's okay. Again, I got 150, 155, which is totally unusual. Again, they hit me up for a link to an offshore book that apparently is. We've talked about this. They want you on the run line full game so bad. They want you in the bullpens. They want you in these extra inning coin flips. For real. They really do. Right? When your minus 210 money turns into a coin flip because nobody knows what the hell's going to happen. So I have been betting run lines if you follow my work for the first time ever because, again, it's where a lot of value's been. Again, I'm looking at it right now. Dodgers and Gonsolin minus 1.5 is plus 150. But I don't really have the faith, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm worried about the workload. I'm also really worried about the Dodger bullpen compared to the Philly bullpen, which has been ridiculous. Check this out. Philly bullpen. Last 40 innings. 0.89 ERA, 0.72 whip, 33K to 4 walk. Oh my gosh. 2% barrel, quarter of a home run per 9. So don't look to mess with the Phillies. If you want the Phillies, you can try and beat them first 5. Right? That's when they're beatable. And eventually that offense is going to click up and you're going to get the F out the way or start getting behind him. Right? Just so you know. Yeah, agreed, Nick Johnson. He's good, but not great. But we know it's been there in the Dodgers, just always with the Magic. So, all right, that'll do it. Jay-Bird, bring up the ticket, please. Let's do a quick little recap, right, as we made our way all the way around. Okay, I answered you, but we got Atlanta to win. This is game 2, 4 p.m. Charlie Morton, Jose Ramirez, and Anthony Volpe in the same game to go over 1.5 total bases. They're at a minimum plus 140. That is just so delicious. People, I know everyone likes the parlay. Play them separate. Take the odds. All right, next up, Toronto and Joe Berry's first 5 run line cover. So that's a 1-run cover, right near even money. We got minus 105. Next up, what do we got? San Francisco, so it's Houston to cover the full game. Luis Garcia over Ross Stinkling. Part of that, we have Bregman and Pena over the total base props. They're both at plus money. So we're a little levered on the Astros today, but that's okay. Again, third of a unit is less than third of a unit is just not being overexposed. That's probably where we'll be when the season really kicks off. But okay. And then Xander Bogaerts and John India, same game, over 1.5 total bases, and Will Smith in the very last game with 1 second to go. I love you so much. No, I'm not going to get on that quick. All right, so thank you so much for picking up. We're putting down. We're right at the hour mark. I got to get out of here. Sorry, I did run just a touch long. I really apologize, Jay. But people, please rate, review, and subscribe. It really matters. Notification stuff. Comment. Hit us up on Twitter. Call to the Pen HQ on Twitter. John Legeza on Twitter. Check out the free data. You don't even have to pay. If you want to pay 24 cents, you do it. And if not, you want to thank me, just tag Rob Pizzola on social media and tell him how good of a job we're doing. So enjoy your games. Enjoy the day. When we're done with the book, enjoy that pay. And remember, when you work this hard, it feels a lot less like luck, yo. Tomorrow at noon, yo. Peace.